thank you for being here. And I'm so happy to connect to you today. And it is a very spontaneously video. I'm going live today because something very important is happening right now in the sky. And it is a rare omen we have. And this live stream is all about this omen. And if you have any questions, please share your questions, and I hope I can give you any answer. And a warm welcome to everybody. And please write down from where you are. And it is so great to see we are a great community worldwide. Yes, and I have a free newsletter, an English newsletter. And if you want it, I share there important energy updates, astrological updates. It's totally free. You can sign up, and more you will find under under this video in the info box. And also soon I will have a membership, but we are now installing everything in English, my website also in English, and I think more will come. And a warm welcome to everybody. Thank you to be today here and to share your energy and your attention. And something very important, very extraordinary is happening now. And sorry if my English is not the best, but I like to share and to connect with you. And we had the equinox. You might be remember at the 20th of March. It's only one day after. And the equinox is a very important energy portal. And this year it is connected to the new moon. The new moon is happening today. And I'm also speaking today from Vedic Astrology. This is another system, and it connects to the stars in the sky at this moment. It is our real astrology system. And this new moon today at the 21st of March is very special. In the Vedic astrology, we say it is the first new moon in the sign of Pisces is very important for the whole year. It shows the energies that we will have the whole year. So it's very important. And tomorrow, at the 22 of March, the new moon is a dark moon, but tomorrow it will start to have a crescent, and this crescent was very important in the old days. The wise people are looking at the crescent after the equinox. And tomorrow, exactly when we will see the moon in the evening, Jupiter, the planet Jupiter, will disappear behind the new moon. This is a very rare omen. It is only one of those I'm telling you today, but all those very important omens, they're speaking very loud, and I will tell you about what might become. It's only a prediction, but it could be that something in that way can happen. And when the first crescent of the moon we will see tomorrow, Jupiter will be eclipsed by the moon, so we cannot see Jupiter. And I told you it's a very extremely unusual event. In Germany, we will see it at 9 p.m. in the evening. And Jupiter and the moon, they are at 22 degrees in the latitude, and in the longitude also at 5 degrees. And normally in the astrology, we only look to to the latitude and not to the longitude, but if both, if the both directions are at the same point, then the planets are exactly together, and this is a eclipse. And we have Jupiter eclipsed by the moon. And this was an event that also happened when Jesus was born. And the old, the old, the old legends is about that when this happens, a king will die or a king will go, and a new king is born. And it is also connected to economic problems, to supply shortages, and also to hunger. And it is also connected to revolution, to the energy that when the king is going or dying, in which way it is going, then there will be a revolution. And these are the predictions in the old books, in the old Babylonian and Sumerian texts. You can look after this. And it is a very rare event because it is happening exactly in connection to the equinox and also to the first new moon of the new astrological year. And this is very, very special. And only 2 or 3 days later, at the 24th of March, there will be another eclipse with the moon. And this is Venus. Venus will also be eclipsed by the moon. This means that the moon and Venus are exactly at the same position, and we cannot see Venus because of the moon. And this will happen at 14 degrees in longitude and also in latitude. And Venus is the planet which is connected to love and to relationships, but also connected to the financial markets and the banking system. And Jupiter is connected also to the big money. It is also connected to the king, to leadership and the wise people, and it is connected also with the banks and with prosperity. And Venus also speaks about the bank and the financial system. And when planets are eclipsed, this is very special. It is like a 0 point. And it is like a void where everything can happen at this moment. It is a moment of manifestation. Very important. It do not mean that something bad will happen. It could also something good can happen. It is the 0 point from where everything is possible, and it is very important. And what we will experience in our life, it is all about our own belief system. If you will experience this energy in a positive way, in a good way, that when the old king is going, a new king is coming, a new leader will come, a better leadership will come. That is not so bad, but it is all about how you see your world, how you believe in, and this shows you your reality, and that is very important. And there is another omen we will have. So much omens and so much special energies right now, and therefore it was so important to make this live stream today. At the 27th of March, Jupiter will disappear. This means that the planet Jupiter we will not see the planet Jupiter because the sun, the light of the sun is so bright that we cannot see the planet Jupiter. And this means, and exactly, I think it is the 27th, in some countries it is the 28th, I think in Germany it's the 28th of March when this will happen, exactly at the same time when Jupiter will disappear, the planet Mercury will appear. And that is also very, very meaningful because Jupiter is about the truth and also about the banks and the big money and prosperity. And Mercury is all about information, sharing information and bringing the truth also. And I think it is connected that the leadership has to go and because of the truth that is coming out. And I also told in my last videos, you might look at my new moon video, and I told all about this. It is about a big change in leadership. And the omens now in the sky are so, so clear, and it is so important. And I do not think we have to fear anything, but we also should look in our own life to clear all our old stuff and to connect to our inner truth and to our inner worth. That is very, very important. And I'm seeing you're writing so much here in the chat, and thank you so much for being here and sharing your energy and your light with all. And why this live stream is so important for me, because we can all connect. It is now a so important time to connect to our inner light and to our inner peace. This will help in this special moment of time to create something good, to create something good for humanity. If we are sharing our good feelings and support us together and and vision good things for the future, this is so important at this time, at the new moon, at the equinox, and at this when this omen with Jupiter is coming up. Because, like I told, it is like a 0 point. Everything is possible, and we can decide what it means for us. And for this, it was so important for me to share today. And please also share your visions. Share your visions about our future. I know so many people think about, they are very depressed and think everything is going not fine, but that is not true. It's only what the medias are telling us. There are so much things, so much good things happen, but we only see the war and we see the bank crash and something like this, but so much is going on. And if you have money at the bank, it is very also important to look that you save your money. But there is also all the banks have some security, and so it is not so dangerous for your money at this time. But I think it is really a big change we can see, and it is a big change in our financial system and also in leadership. And we will see how it will unfold, all those things. And yes, and thank you so much for being here with me today. And now I'm looking what you're writing here in the chat, and maybe I can answer one or some of your questions. Yes, my amethyst is a very big, large amethyst, and I also have another amethyst here in the room, and they are connecting together, and I love those energies. They are very smooth, and they are very, very frequency uplifting to me. Yes, the age of Aquarius. No, the age of Aquarius has not arrived. I know a lot of people think about it, but truly in Vedic astrology, the age of Aquarius will only start in over 400 years, because now is the start point in Pisces. I think at 5 degrees at Pisces or 4 degrees at Pisces, and every degree needs 72 years. So we have four or five times 72, and so it's more than 400 years till Aquarius the age of Aquarius will start. But we will feel, we feel all those shifts and those great, those great things that are changing. Okay, now I'm looking what you're writing. Please don't worry about your English. Thank you. It is always not so easy for me, but I like those lives. I like to connect to you and to speak freely, not to think so much, only to feel the energy and to trust that the right things, the right words will come, and this is very important. Please help me understand, Sylvia. Please help me understand. Danny, what about? Okay. What are you sharing? And please, if you have any question, you can ask me here in the chat. And is Michael, the holy archangel Gabriel, about to grab hold of me? Oh. Don't worry, that's all fine with the angels. The angels are always so lovely, and the angels are always here and connected to us. But angels are very high frequency energies. We sometimes can see those as people or something like this, but most time angels are pure energy, and I can see them in forms, in geometric forms, or in some playful colors that changes, so I can see angels. And how do we integrate these new energies, Ellen? Yes, it's very important, a good question. And the most important is to allow to feel, because energy is all about feeling. Energy is emotion. This is the power that connects us to our inner soul, that connects us to our purpose. And it is so important to allow to feel. And also, if you don't feel good, allow to feel. That is the most important. And then ask yourself, why am I feeling what I'm feeling? What is the reason? Because there's ever a reason behind what you feel. And this is your belief system that lays behind. And if you don't think if you think you are worthless or you are not good enough, then this belief will create feelings. And now it is the time to recognize your feelings and to start to love yourself for everything and to connect to your body. Our body is high consciousness, and we don't use it normally. We are only using a smart part of our brain, and the rest of our body is so important. And to connect and to feel, if you have hunger or if you are tired, what does your body want? And to hear more about this. Your body do not want to sit down all the day and watch Netflix or something like this. This does your body not want. But your fears are sometimes those voices in your head that tell you not to do anything because you can do things wrong. But it is so important to be brave. For me, this today is a very brave lesson for me, to connect to you and to speak freely. And English is not my mother language, and so it is not so easy. But I like to share, and I know it is so important. And we can reach so many people, and we can reach so much if we start to do the things. Okay, Sylvia is writing, hello Sylvia, why beings ET are living on a ship don't they have a planet? They have a planet. A lot of ETs, extraterrestrial, have planets. But sometimes, like the Sasani, they have a planet, but they do not live on the planet because they want that everything there is poor and nature. And so they can be on their planet and to watch and to smell all those plants and to connect to them. But then they live in a ship in the sky, and that is also fine. And yes, and some live only in ships and some live on planets. That is there is nothing like it is always in that way. Every like we humans, everybody is a totally unique universe. Everybody of us, and it is also with extraterrestrials, and there's so much coming up with the Pleiadians, the Syrians, the Arcturians, and the Sasani and the Yael. And I will share here a lot of all those informations. And I made it in the German. I have a German YouTube channel and a German website, and a lot of German students in my courses. And there I had a webinar about Sirius. And Sirius is so important place for us to connect. Sirius is the brightest star in the sky, and we can connect to it. It is full of wisdom. And the star beings of Sirius, they are different beings. Some beings in the fifth dimension, they don't have any body, but they help us. They help us to manage our lives here on Earth, and we can connect to them. And also the dolphins in our oceans, they are part of the Sirius star system, and they are here to balance the frequencies on Earth and to level the frequencies up, and we can connect. And a lot of people here on Earth, they have livings as a dolphin. And I think I told last live stream. I'm not so sure. Okay. I will look. What are your questions? Am I the reincarnation of an ancient king, Solomon? Rick, why you feel it in that way is the principle of incarnation is not really true of reincarnation. This principle is not really true because everything exists in the here and now. There is only the here and now. And so if you were a king or something like this, you were a king, but not Rick. Rick is always only Rick. But you can see it like from the hand. Your fingers are the life of Rick and a life of a king or something else. And your platform here, I don't know the English name, is your oversoul. And the oversoul, from the view of the oversoul can say, I have a life as a king and a life as Rick and a life as Andrea or something like this, but only from the view of the oversoul. And the oversoul says, this is my life, those are my lives, those are my fingers. But the finger the finger is only always a finger. Rick is a troll. Thank you. No problem. I think this question was important for a lot of people. Okay, do you have another question? What does it mean to be new zero negative bloodline? Yes, this is also connected to the Sirius star system, the zero negative bloodline. And it is a very long story, and it's too long to share it now. I shared it in my webinar. Maybe I will do an English webinar about the star system Sirius, and please write down if you want this, so I can look if I will do this, and I think I will do a lot of things. But the negative bloodline comes from Sirius, and Sirius a lot of star beings were here on Earth in the ancient times, in Atlantis times, and there was a group. They shared not so much, and I used higher magic rituals. And there's nothing wrong about magic rituals, I have to say. And a lot of people have fear about rituals or magic, but that is nothing to fear, because our life is magic, is pure magic. And so if we know this and we understand it, and we can make good magic rituals, then we can connect with the angel, with the planets, with the solar system, and with the sun. And the sun is so important. I recognized yesterday that that I was not interested in astrology some years before, but then there was a strong interest in astrology, and I did not really know why, because why do I need astrology? Now I know it, because it is really the next step if you are awakening to find the deeper wisdom. This you will find in the true astrology. And the Vedic astrology is the science of light. And they are the eyes of the Vedic texts. And now I understand why I'm doing all those work. And astrology is really a science. You have to learn a lot, but it connects to your energy body, because all the planets are part of your chakras and your energy system. And to understand it, and to understand the tree of life and the Kabbalah, that's all connected. It is all connected to the stars and to Jesus Christ. And this is now also with this Jupiter, this eclipse Jupiter, it is all about those energy, those Jesus Christ energy. And this point zero, it is about that something big is awakening in a lot of people. And we will see how it will impact. But I think the impact of the markets and the banking system is really big now. We will see a lot of things happen in the next weeks, I think so. Yes, and now I'm looking if there are more questions, then I can answer those. When we go to 5D, self-love, when will we go to 5D? We have to understand 5D is not a place in the outside. You cannot buy a ticket to 5D. 5D exists in you. Everything exists in you. All dimensions exists in you. You are everything that is. And you have to allow yourself to connect to your 5D level, to your 5D consciousness. And therefore you have to to um, to dissolve all your negative beliefs and programmings in you. That that are the border to the 5D. And if you dissolve all those things and connect to your true power and live your true potential, then you will start to be more in 4D and one day in 5D. But 5D means that we do not have a body anymore, a physical body. 5D means that everything is pure energy. And I think our body is great. I love my body. I love that I can dance. I love that I can eat. I love that I can sleep. I love my body. I love my life. And I think true evolution is only happening if you like what you have, if you like what you have, if you love what you have. This is the only way you can go to 5D. And if you don't like to be in 3D, then you will stay in 3D a long time because you haven't managed it. You haven't stepped up. You haven't stepped out of 3D. You are only connected to it. You are making your own chains to 3D when you don't like it. And this is with everything, with everything. If you don't love yourself, you can't find a good partner that loves you. It is also only a mirror in the outside. Okay, now I will look if there's any other question. And yes, big event from 21st of March to 23rd of March, and also the 24th when Venus is eclipsed, like I told you, and also the 27th when Mercury appears and Jupiter disappears is also very, very important. And I will share the next day, a very important date. This is the 19th of May. I made a video and I think I will share it the next days with you. Okay, what else? What else? What else you're sharing? Should we buying gold and silver? Rick, I think it is a good idea. Maybe the gold price is high now, but I think it will go higher. But I'm not an expert of financial markets, and I know I have a little bit of gold and silver, but it's not so much. And yes. Is there an exercise to be able to better connect to our lives in other dimensions? Ellen, it is all about to connect to yourself, to connect to your body, to connect to your consciousness, and to dissolve all your negative beliefs. That's all about. That's truly the only thing we have to do, really. And to start to live our life more from this inner, inner gratitude and this inner passion we have for things. This is so important, um, and to learn to see in everything the best on the outside, and to look what you can do to make your life better every day, and to love yourself for everything. There's nothing you should worry about yourself. And I think we have to learn there a lot. And thank you very much, Christine, for your big donation. Thank you very much. And also share, please, if you have questions, you can share also after the live stream here in the comment section. And I will, in Germany, I also do those live streams every week. And the people can ask me in the week after the video, and I will write down all those questions and then answer them. Okay, so I think I wish you all a wonderful day. Um, and I'm looking, is there another question? Nothing happened on the March 15. There happened a lot, Luca. Did you not heard from the banking crash? This happened at this time when Venus was in Gandanta. And at this time, we cannot see that it has to exactly happen at this day. This is not normally always the thing, and we know from our own life. Sometimes the energy shifts at this day, and then the event happens after. Sometimes it happens before. We cannot predict it exactly. This is not possible. And prediction is only to connect to the future possibilities. There is no only one prediction or one truth. This is not really possible. But I can also only share all those energies I can see, and I know from the astrologic perspective what could happen. But how it will exactly unfold, nobody knows. We will see. Okay, things are happening behind the scene. Yes, that's very true. And I don't know if, but yesterday there was so a strong energy, and it was like walking through mud, and it was very, very not easy, and this is not an easy time we have now, but it is, everything has to come up, and that is an important process we are in. It looks like there's going to be a separation between human dimensions. 3 dimension humans need to be transferred to different 3 dimensions. No, nobody has to transfer to anyone, because there are so many different versions of Earth, and there are so many different versions of Earth, and there are Earth where people live with lower frequency. It is all about your frequency. You can only experience the frequency you are. Your life, your reality, you will only see the things you believe. You can only always see through your own filters. It's like you wearing glasses, and you can only see in the same frequency. And people who are in a lower frequency, and they have a lot of fear, a lot of negative beliefs, and this is also right for them, because there are very important processes they are going through, and they are living in a world of 3D maybe, and some are living in 4D, and some are living in 5D. It's always right. It's always the right world you are in. So nobody has to transport anywhere. Okay, so I think I will finish this live stream. I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and I love you so much, and thank you for sharing your precious time with me.